My name is Eggy Drago. I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. It was in early 2024 that I decided to go to an idol show in Japan on a whim because my graduated VTuber Oshi really liked idols. Needless to say, I got hooked. I think we like idols. After I met and talked to two English-speaking idols there, Hyria, Haigumi, I realized every single idol has a story, be it why they chase this dream, their ups and downs, and even their future after all this. And that's what I'm here to do, to give idols around the world a spotlight beyond the stage and a place to tell their story. Every idol has a dream and a story to tell. This is IDOLEYEZ. Whoa! Hello. Howdy, everybody. I am the cream of the crop. I am the yolk on top. This is mighty Eggy Drago with IDOLEYEZ episode 91 with our guest for tonight. He is technically an idol? Question. I mean, you did perform at Otakon, right?
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, we could also talk about that. Yeah.
He is one of the figureheads of Fortune Ferret Productions. He is responsible for bringing Meikan, Oceanus, and Setsuna to US Idol Fest last year. This is Jared. Hello, Jared.
Hi, Iggy. Thanks for having me.
Been a while since we had a technically not an idol, technically an idol, but on off-screen personnel. I don't know how to classify that. But yeah, I think the last time we had that was, I mean, like Ando counts kind of, but like I guess
Right.
Ricky, who's the manager for Himari, or is she? Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah, how many episodes ago was that?
God, that was like, I want to say that was early 20s, maybe 2 years ago.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right.
But yeah, thank you, Jared, for I guess asking to be on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you for having me. Yeah, just shamelessly plugging myself. Yeah. Yeah, got a lot today. Yeah, hopefully chat's gonna like it.
But yeah, might as well start things off with, I mean, like I don't know if people, you are a part of the DMV idol scene, but like, are you like prominent there? Maybe, I don't know, as a fan.
I guess. Yeah. Should probably introduce myself.
Yeah, why not?
But yeah. All right. So for those of you who don't know me, my name's Jared. Hi, Kiki. Yeah, I live in Pittsburgh. I frequent a lot of the Northeast events, New York, DMV area. Whenever great organizers like Idol Gateway, World of Sans Frontiers put on events, I'm usually there. Yeah, and then also, like Eggy said, brought a couple Taiwanese idols to America, and then a lot more this year coming up soon.
Yeah, well, might as well start things off with a question that I always ask every single guest, which is, who or what got you into, I guess, idol culture in general?
All right, so what got me into idol culture is the group Zenbuki Miloseda from Japan, but also specifically the Taiwanese rock group Pisco, because Pisco hosted a Taiban, which is the OG Taiban, where there's actually bands and not just all idols. But they hosted an event in Taiwan where lots of Thai bands, Indonesia bands, Korea bands all came over, and then they brought over Zenbuki Miloseda. Originally, I only went to festivals, underground concerts, only knew of AKB48 as idols. But then when I saw Zenkimi, to this day, I still have not seen anyone perform with more passion than Megumi. And also, yeah, I didn't know that Screamo was a part of idol culture, and then got into underground idols, chic idols, and then, yeah, so I would say Zenbuki Miloseda is the first group that got me into it.
Did you know of the concept of Oshin people, or like did you have like a favorite?
No. So this is maybe so okay, so now yes. Immediately really fell for Megumi, her stage presence. So yeah, definitely Icon Yoshi. It's funny because so I went to her birthday live in 2020 January. That was my first ever idol event I attended. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I'll come back again. Come back to America. COVID happened. So like literally my only experience with Japanese idols up until that point was in Kimi, so I didn't know anything. But then couple years later, I was at Techo. I hear music coming from her. Huh, what is this? I walk in, Alex Pinku's performing.
Hmm.
Then I got into kaigai idol. So actually, really funnily, I learned about idol culture through the kaigai community because I just wasn't interacting with Japan previously, and then COVID happened. So yeah, just like the American community, the Northeast community taught me what an Oshi is, taught me like what all these terms meant. So yeah, over the past couple years, um, yeah, just been getting more involved with this culture.
So that was like 2020, or when was that? When
I think first time, I think that was 22 was the
22.
first time I knew about kaigai idols, but like I only saw there was like just Alex and Jenny existing. I didn't even know. Actually, yeah, I got a funny story because I thought Heavy Rotation was a Jenny Bond original.
What?
I've never heard of any like idol stuff. So like I saw Jenny cover song, oh, that's a cute original song, and then like 3 years later, I hear it in Japanese. I just go like, did this group go ahead and cover
Jenny Bond?
Jenny Bond's English song too? I was like, oh wait, no, I'm stupid.
Oh my, that.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? Fair play,
Mhm.
because like if that was a Jenny Bond original, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I'm just in the stage going, I want you. I'm just like, oh
I
wait,
need
no, this
you.
is not. Yeah. So I'm still continuing to learn from the community about idols. You know, I'm very new. I actually get into a lot of fights with my other partner in Fair because he's trying to use a lot of like the idol terms on our posters. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense for a band, but yeah, I'm still, you know, continuing to learn more about the culture here.
So you saw Pinku and
Mhm.
Jenny Bond at Techo. When did you like really get involved with the kaigai idol scene?
Really get involved, I would say 2024. That's when Ashes cold DM'd me on Instagram to ask for a video on my story. I don't know even how Ashes saw that, but yeah, 2024 I think was when I really got into idols. I actually like I okay, so my college friends are all Genshin cosplayers. So like we do college reunions at cons, but like I just wander the artist alley for 4 hours while they're doing photo shoots. So I was like, huh, what do I do? What do I do? And then I started trying to fill my schedule with like music related events, and then saw a lot of the idol space programming that's been exploding over the past couple of years. Jenny's doing an amazing job with that. So yeah, at first I saw, you know, it's like just like standalone cosplayer idols doing sets, which used to be the case in the past, but I didn't realize there's like full like idol sets or like a whole day event. So yeah, 2024 is when I got into idol culture here.
Did you, I guess like during that time, did you really, because you are good with, you're good with sound. I remember that because like Ando told me how you like, I guess like sound check. You're like, you set everything up and everything's a-okay. Like, so
I try my best, yeah.
how did you get involved with like actually, I guess, participating in the behind the scenes of?
So in terms of the music scene, I've been in bands since I was 10. I've performed a lot in Taiwan, and then also we started out as roadies for sort of like our upperclassmen's bands to like help them on the tour. So that's how we got experience. So yeah, just a lot of experience from the band scene that I was able to port over here. Yeah.
See, so with that, got into the kaiga idol scene. When did you like exactly really get into the Taiwanese idol scene then?
This is also another embarrassing story where Ashes knows more Taiwanese idols than me.
What?
And gave me a whole list of idols that I should check out. I'm just like, I'm from here, I should know this. But yeah, actually, I was in Taiwan end of December, and then Ashes and another friend of mine, Newton, mentioned that they were in Taiwan looking for events, and I was like, okay, Meikai Oceanus, Setsuna, this seems cool. And went and checked it out, and then also had a blast at Taiwan events. Also didn't know there was a thriving idol culture in Taiwan. And then just so happened, you know, I was talking to Ashes. USIF had plans of bringing non-Japanese international guests to also share their message of, you know, Japanese idols aren't just Japan. There's also like Thai idols, you know, Indonesian idols all over the world. So yeah, we were able to start discussions to bring Meikai Oceanus and Setsuna over to America as the first Taiwanese idol group to do so.
So you wanted to bring them to the US with your new company, which is called What is it called, Jared?
It's called Fortune Ferret Productions.
Fortune
It
Ferret.
is a anagram of my Chinese name spelled. So yeah, it's anyone can anyone read Chinese in the chat?
I don't think there's any people in the chat that can other than you.
If you split the particles up, it reads as Fortune Ferret with my name. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you formed this company. What did you exactly have in mind when you first formed this?
So when I first formed this company, I was just going to do audio support for tours. So setting up the instruments and then mixing the sound. That's what my scope was initially at. One of my favorite bands, Elephant Gym from Taiwan, they actually asked me, like, hey, can you... So I offered to drive to be their tour driver and also to help sell merch and whatnot. And they said, it makes more sense if I establish the company so it's like more legitimized. So it's not just like asking for friends' help here and there. So with the opportunity to tour with my favorite band, I started an LLC. And then just so happened that the first 7 projects I took are all idol related and not band related. but I do have some band tours coming up. I have a couple band tours planned for the future. So yeah.
I see. So Fortune Ferret formed. You plan to bring Setsuna and Mekan Oceanish. Mekan Oceanus. I can't speak today. To USIF. What exactly are your responsibilities while bringing over international talent?
So for bringing over international talent, with the kaigai scene being relatively new, starting up in America, with Taiwanese idols coming to America, this pipeline being non-existent, a lot of these things were the first time. I had to learn a lot of stuff on the fly. I really, really appreciate Mekai Oceanus and Setsuna's manager Sato Fei for helping me along the way. But to answer your question, part of the first tour was figuring out what my responsibilities are. Learning what stuff I should do, but handling a lot of the flight booking, visa applications, hotel booking, planning off-kais, planning their rest days, planning transportation. So all of the logistics there. Merch selling. We also handle merch. We have our own platforms that can list stuff. So yeah, really just anything you can think of on the tour. We probably have a corner to do that. I've also expanded my staff. I had some volunteers for that tour that ended up becoming full-time volunteers. Yeah, do a lot of different things here.
Let's see. So USIF came and went. It was something. It was something.
I really appreciate the opportunities USIF gave us, and I'm very happy that we were all able to have an overall good experience at the very end.
Yeah, what a time. But during that time, what are some things, reflecting back, what are some drawbacks that you had while figuring things out with Fortune Ferret that like you smoothed over, you like, fixed in future times, bringing over other international talent?
That's a great question. I guess I just want to say on USIF's behalf that some of the things weren't their fault. They had unexpected circumstances and they did the best they could. So I really do appreciate the work they put into making that event as great as they could. But moving forward, and especially with No Face No Realities tour, I think just setting more expectations of what the requirements are. Maybe in Japan and Taiwan, where the scene has been very established, for decades. Some of the tech details that people might take for granted, we need to be more explicit over here. So yeah, just double checking, triple checking everything.
I see. So with No Face No Reality, you discovered them first as a fan, right?
Yes, as a fan.
Okay. When you were in Taiwan with Isaac,
right?
So
yeah.
Now that you worked with them, brought them over for USIF, and I don't know the future where if there's opportunities for that to happen.
Stay
but
tuned next week. This was not the announcement plan, but stay tuned next week.
So with that, as a fan, now working in I guess like a business sense, is there a sense of like professionalism to be had when working with like people that you saw on stage before?
Right, yeah. And this is definitely something that's very tricky to handle. I think or anyone, whether you're an organizer or a fan or a performer, or staff, I think it's best to err on the side of caution and just be, the most respectful of other people's space as you can. And then once you build a rapport, if they start to, close in the distance, then you can sort of like match their energy. Um, yeah, at first I was, really nervous to interact with all of these idols. I'm a fan of them. They're literally idols. But even even during the Meikai tour, their manager Sato Fei pulled me aside. I was like, hey, you're staff now. During this duration, you're staff. We can be chill. You acting like a, I guess, acting like a respectful fan actually makes things more awkward in this context. So I was like, huh, that makes sense. I didn't think about that. So yeah, during the tour, just treating everyone like normal people, and then after a tour, still trying to maintain a little bit of distance to not act like I have the same rapport, when we're outside of working together. Mhm.
Do you ever get like checky at Bupon with with them, or like do you just like nah?
Yeah, actually, Fortune Fair is looking for volunteers. You get to take Checky as much as you want after Bhutan. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. After the show, I definitely do try to get Checky with everyone. I am starting a Checky book. That's the artist I toured with together. Yeah, like I just throwing it out there because I have very helpful staff that help me handle merch, and I make sure they get all the Checkies they want at the very end of the day. Mhm.
So you also helped you brought over talent to the US, Taiwan to US. You also helped facilitate, I guess, North American talent in non-suite, right?
Yes.
To bring them over to Taiwan. So was
Right.
there any difference bringing over No Face No Reality to the US compared to like bringing non-suite to Taiwan?
Well, that is actually the absolute reverse where, coming here, it's sort of like a DIY thing, everything's starting out. We're trying to uh, get our bearings. Bringing non-suite to Taiwan, there was a lot of procedures and practices that were already established and weren't very flexible on that we had to navigate through. So that was also a very different challenge, and then learn a lot of skills there. But yeah, I think just like going from a relatively growing scene in America to a very established one, in Asia, that was definitely a shock. But I think Nancy had a great time. Afterwards, I think they had a good experience, and I definitely hope to bring them back to Taiwan again.
Segueing into that, might as well talk about the Taiwanese idol scene. Like, how
Yeah.
what is it like over there? What makes it very different compared to the US? Now that you've experienced both?
So, just throwing this out there that I am not an expert. I do not speak on all of Taiwan, just my personal experience. But I would say, in my experience with America, Japan, Taiwan, Taiwan's in a very interesting case where there's enough idols to sustain events every weekend, but there's not enough idols to sustain, or enough fans to sustain multiple idol events on the same weekend. So in Japan, any given weekend you have like 40 live houses in Tokyo with activities, but in Taiwan there's just the 2 or 3 live houses. They all have, unwritten agreements. All right, we take turns. This one's you, this one's me. But then everyone performs at the same weekend. All the performers have understandings to like space things out, not clash into each other. So it's weird that yeah, like I said, there's like all events happening every weekend. So if you're an idol fan, definitely visit Taiwan. So on top of Taibans, there's always birthday lives, special events, anniversaries happening. So it's nice that you can like easily access like 90% of idol events in Taipei. But I do hope that we can grow some more variety in the future.
Yeah, because like No Face No Reality perform outside of Taipei, if I remember.
Yes,
correctly.
they're mainly a southern Taiwan based group. So yeah, right now, really hoping to build up the southern Taiwan idol scene. Also, yeah, it's just still in progress. Yeah.
So, not not we're gonna talk about that later. But like, what are some notable, I guess, performers in Taiwan that you want to like shout out or like really drew you in?
So I shout out the OGs, Lunch Girls and Luna Crescente. I think, and again, there's so many more idols from even earlier in Taiwan, but I think those were the ones that really broke out, especially during COVID. I think right now, I'm trying to think which idols to shout out that won't affect my spoiler announcements. All right, I'll do this. I will shout out my Taiwan Kamiyoshi. You're allowed to have one Kamiyoshi per country, but this is Ruka. She's from Hazukoi Eternal, and this isn't a spoiler. They actually already announced, but Hazukoi Eternal will come to Taiwan will come to America in late October, with announcements coming soon.
So, Taiwanese idol scene, I want to go there someday. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but there's so many idol scenes all over the world that I still have to like experience. With that, I do want to ask, what do I want to ask? Like, what really drew you into bringing specifically Setsuna and specifically Neiken Oceanus?
I would say that the initial and forever mission of Fortune Ferret Productions is to help bring Taiwanese people and Taiwanese music to more corners of the world, and to help their art be heard more. So when I got the opportunity from US Idol Fest, and also because their member Lemon is Ash's Oshi, but I think I had the chance to bring Taiwanese idols to America, show the American idol scene that these idols exist out of Japan. So I think that was the main motivation to do that.
See, B. Yuta says or asks, what is the lore behind the name Fortune Ferret?
I will type that out. It is
anagram, right?
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, an anagram. My name, yeah.
So, I don't know how to ask things without drawing or without like completely spoiling. But like, what are some?
You know what? We can. Let me see. Let me see how many people are in the chat here. We can go ahead and announce. I think we're halfway through. We're halfway through.
Okay, you want me to do it now? All right.
I think I'm also like trying to dance around it. So let's do the grand reveal here.
Okay.
So today exclusively on IDOLEYEZ and later on my social.
Dropping it. Boom.
Yeah, I am announcing Plum Valley Idol Festival, Fortune Ferret Productions, Idol Festival brand moving forward. Volume 0 is our first tour for this year. We have several more festivals coming soon. But if you can go to the next picture, this will list out all of the tours we have for Plum Valley Idol Festival Volume 0. We are going to DC August 2nd. I wonder why we're there during that weekend. We're definitely not doing anything else. We have Taibans in New York and LA Tuesday and Saturday. And maybe some of you have saw, we are bringing IDOLEYEZ, and shout out to IDOLEYEZ management for helping us contact GMA also. So we are running those shows. After that weekend, IDOLEYEZ will fly back to Taiwan, and we're bringing GMA further back to the East Coast. We have a one-man in New York, and then another Plum Valley Festival in Chicago.
Where did I'm just gonna keep it here, but like, where did Plum Valley come from?
So, okay, all right. I'll say this. So, Plum Valley in Mandarin is pronounced Megu, and my Kamiyoshi's name is Megumi.
Oh,
so that is a direct reference to her name, and her image mark is the moon on the top right there.
Oh.
The spoiler there is another Megu that we are tributing, and that announcement will come in Sunday or Saturday.
So
yeah, that is
and
50% of the name reason. Yeah.
So 3 East Coast, 1 Midwest, and then 2 West Coast. The one man has no location yet, TBD. Do we know where that is?
All right, yeah, I should rethink the grammar, because like, okay, IDOLEYEZ is in LA, but that's like their only one man, so they want.
Oh, okay.
I need to fix that. No, thanks for bringing that up. I need to fix that.
So it's okay. So they're in LA.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
yeah, you have like all three bases covered. So West,
Mhm.
East, Midwest.
Yeah. I see a lot of people on Twitter saying that they want more Midwest Idol events. I really hope that I can put on a good show for the Midwest community.
I might as well just ask, like, what are some places that you do want to bring talent over? Like, what locations that aren't on here yet?
I definitely want to host something in Pittsburgh. That is really hard in West PA, where everything's in Philly and New York and New Jersey. But I definitely want to host something in Pittsburgh. Um, but other than this, I definitely will want to visit San Diego and San Francisco. Also, I think that's one of the areas that unfortunately gets looked over when people go to LA. Seattle is also great. Um, yeah, I think Seattle, Pittsburgh, San Diego are probably the spots I want to hit the most
Hmm.
that I haven't been to yet.
Well, it hasn't happened yet, but I do want to like go through the process of, I guess, picking a date and then like trying to find a venue for everything, and then trying to book over talent. Like, what is that process like?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's just at least the way I do it is we try to identify what's the most important for this tour. I think for the Rare specifically, the most important is we're in DC at weekend for unnamed reasons. But we also wanted their one mans to be in LA. That was something they requested. So we decided to be in LA the weekend following. Because of that, we have to have our New York and Chicago shows on a weekday. I know that's really hard for people to make it. If anyone can come out on a Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm really grateful for. But yeah, I think I definitely want to host weekend shows in New York in the future. But for this tour specifically, we just have to unfortunately shift the priorities and see what matters the most to the artist.
Hmm. Interesting. Well, let's see if I can make it to the LA one, or maybe probably LA is probably the closest to me. So we'll see.
Yeah, that'll be amazing. Yeah, let me know.
um, what else is there to ask? Oh, might as well like get into like you're technically an idol. This is IDOLEYEZ. Might as well just ask. This is
We'll
just a
get
little
into that.
sidetrack.
Oh no, not my graduation.
So you did perform at Oricon 2025.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yes.
what? Because you were not Jared. You had
Mhm.
a different identity, which was
Yes, I do have a idol project called Kome the Idol Robot. Um, I'm still very happy with that project. For those of you who don't know, I did a short idol debut where TLDR, the concept is a Japanese idol robot getting factory resetted with like a Taiwanese semiconductor chip in there. So it's like Taiwan brain doing Japanese idol activities. That's just the concept I was playing with. The project was mainly to cover Taiwanese idol songs to bring Taiwanese idol music to the Woda community here. And I think I did okay with that. For those of you who don't know, I broke my wrist like a month before the show. So I scrapped my guitar set and did a keytar set last minute. But all to say, I do want to get back to the stage eventually. I think right now I realize there's a lot more talented performers than me that I should help push on stage, and there's more things I can contribute to behind the scenes, or both kaigai and Taiwanese idols. So I'm not graduating yet. I am way too busy this year to do any Kome stuff, but I definitely do want to perform again and at least give my friends the guitar set I promised them.
because I remember I was in the USI. I still am. I'm still in the USIF staff server, and I remember I like browsing through. Oh no, not
Mhm.
staff, general server. I was browsing through trying to see like who it was in Northern Lights before all the reveals were like down,
Right.
and then your Discord name had like Northern Lights, so I'm like,
Oh.
Jared?
Oh, God.
And I was like, oh, and then like a month later, I think like
Yeah.
Setsuna got announced for Northern Lights. I'm like, oh, that's why.
Okay.
I was like,
I know.
were you gonna perform at Northern Lights? No, it was Setsuna.
Yeah, I think I did the best with what I could, but I'm happy with my performance, but I'm not satisfied with my performance. So I definitely want to do another one in the future.
Is that recorded? I don't. Is there any footage of it?
I have a phone recording that I haven't uploaded yet.
I see.
Yeah, I need to get around. I need to cut that up.
Righty. Well, little sidetrack there. Maybe in the future
No, yeah.
we'll see you again on stage.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, I've seen you on IG play so many instruments, and like, how many instruments you play actually?
We can do a quick tour here, but guitars. I don't know if you can read them. Guitars there. I play drums. Bass. There's a keyboard here somewhere. Oh, I actually have a guzhen here. Hold on. Okay, yeah, no, you can't see that. I'll post it on IG later. I have too many wires here. Something's gonna come crashing down eventually.
But with that much musical experience, do you have like any, I guess, like, do you want to produce for people? Do you have like that inkling in your mind?
Definitely. I think it's also the thing where, especially this year, I realize I'm wearing way too many hats and I need to cut down. But, yeah, I definitely do want to try producing. I think, and not to say the only event organizer. There's so many amazing ones out there. But I think, at least for the kaigai scene, there's probably more producers than more event organizers. At least specifically for bringing Taiwanese artists over. I feel like this is a niche that I'm able to fill. Yeah.
With that, bringing over so many talents, it has to, amount to a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
So, like, No Face No Reality, lots of members. Setsuna, one person. So it's definitely pricey, right? So, how are you doing this for the love of the game, or like,
Yeah, I say love of the game, and I do think that my mission has worked out, and honestly even faster than I thought. So, my goal is to help Taiwanese people get more opportunities, and I want to do that specifically through music. A little bit about me. I was born here, fortunately enough to be American. Was it a birthright citizenship? But I feel like, why did I get this opportunity? I'm very fortunate. Hopefully, I can give other people the same opportunities. But where's I going with this? Right. So for bringing Taiwanese artists over, and I think this is the case for all non-Japanese idols, where I don't think it's a secret that Japanese idols get all flights and lodging, and other idols don't. Maybe like Chinese Hong Kong idols get 50-30%. Maybe Indonesia idols only get 20%. So in Japan and Taiwan, they're slowly reducing the gap. And I want to do the same for America. 10-20 years from now, I want American events to fully pay for flights and hotels. And I want Taiwanese idols to hire me as a tour guide. So I'm just driving them around. I'm just taking them to show the show. That is a very idealistic and super future plan. But I'm hopeful because I do think we're reaching that. I won't share any details, but compared to the Make Oceanus tour, during the No Face No Reality tour, the American side was like, oh, hey, we're really like your last performance. We're willing to give a little bit more performance fee or more help with lodging this time. And on the Taiwan side, it was like, hey, we want to go to America too. We saw the opportunities you give. We're willing to put up a bit more capital so you're not fronting the whole thing. So right now, and it sucks to talk about money. Let's talk about not money. Let's talk, I guess contributions. Okay, no wait, no, that just sounds more ickier. That just gave me the ick. I gave myself the ick. Okay, so yeah, because at first it was mostly me, but then now the American side's helping in more, the Taiwan side's helping more, and then hopefully the three of us can reach a balance where everyone's at a place where they can comfortably take on.
Yeah, because I would assume it is definitely a lot of effort to bring everyone here. Like,
yeah,
visas, travel, lodging, I guess like performance fees, ticketing, whatever, and then yeah, it's gotta be crazy, But like,
yeah, I mean,
yeah. Oh,
and okay, no, sorry, this is a public call out, and don't go bother staff. But if any staff happens to be watching this, I am very fortunate that. Oh wait, actually, wait, shoot, that's a spoiler. Okay, never mind. Okay, whatever. I am very happy that Doreris can attend unnamed events in DC or to apply to, and I really hope that next year or the years moving forward, if any staff members, any higher ups see their performance, think this is an event that's valuable, that they can invite us as guest acts moving forward in the future.
Because like I do remember, yeah, because I remember AX, they were calling for a lot of worldwide talent, and it's last year it was just Japanese talent, so it's like
Yeah.
So I definitely want Fortune Ferret bridging that gap to bring Taiwanese
Yeah.
performers here definitely helps. I guess bring eyes on the scene as well. Idolize, but like, yeah, we need more of that. We need more because like, there's more scenes outside of Japan with idols.
Yeah.
There's Taiwanese, there's Thai, there's Australian scene, plenty of them. And good question. B asks, would Fortune Ferret expand into Chinese, Korean, etc. work? I guess.
Absolutely. Like, I want to be absolutely clear that I am not exclusively working with Taiwanese people. That is just my passion and my main focus. I am definitely open to working with everyone, but again, like I said, there's surely more skilled Chinese Korean touring agencies than me. I don't really speak Korean. I'm actually helping with a Japanese tour next year, and now I'm trying to brush up my Japanese because I feel like I'm not adequate for it. So if there's a great opportunity, definitely happy to work, but it's not something I'm actively expanding into right now.
Let's see. Ooh. Kind of want to ask this, but like, what for the future people, for the future Jareds that want to form the same thing or do the same type of thing, what is some advice that you want to give to anyone organizing, I guess, international group tours or former tours?
Two pieces. All right, let's say 3 pieces of advice. First one, be kind. Just be kind. I think that's the first one I would say. Second piece of advice, don't be scared to ask. Worst someone says is no. You can always ask for help in the community with other event organizers. Ask them for advice. I've got so much help from Ashes, Aiden, Alex, Michael, and all of the community over the years. So reach out to your communities. Man, I should have done this as a sandwich. Not to end this on a sour note, one piece of advice I would give if you want to consider organization work is, are you okay with your passion becoming your job? Right now, when I see idol events, it's my job, and I need to block out events and only go to shows as a fan. Like I went to seeing Double as a fan, and then I got recruited to become staff too. So like I still end up being staff when I don't want to. But and it's not like it's a bad thing, like people are able to manage it. But I think because especially if you want to get into this, you're certainly a WODA. If you start seeing your Oshi as your coworker or your manager instead of your Oshi, that's something you'll need to figure out. I think that would be my advice.
I guess like a little parallel to that is like me, I guess being a photog staff for USIF, like just taking photos, at performers that I do want to see, but like I'm so focused on taking photos, I'm not really enjoying the performance, So I do get that. Like being staff kind of changes things. I don't know. I think like Ando like said something different, but like you're sacrificing a lot of your time to actually do your job instead of like really seeing the actual performance.
Yeah, but we need people like Ando in this scene. So if you're able to take it on the burden, we need more people like this. Yeah, Ando's the GOAT.
Now that you've, I guess, experienced Taiwanese scene, and you are definitely a big part of the US kaigai idol scene, what are some more things you want to see in the US scene?
I want to see more monetization ways for performers. And I know that money is a slippery slope. F capitalism. I think we're on the same page here. But I think there's a balance between events becoming more greedy versus just events making enough money so they can pay performers a living wage. One thing I'm implementing for my tours, and I'll have a more detailed announcement in the future, is if anyone's familiar with the Japanese Taiwan nomination system, a portion of ticket sales go towards performers. And I'm also implementing that before any venue costs. I think a lot of events, not just here, just like across the world, usually you split out payments after all the budget's done, then you make money. But I want to implement where artists get money first. I think the artists should always be first. So yeah, I'll share more details about that system. Hopefully it sticks. If not, I'll find other system that works. But yeah, just implementing a ticket split for performers and just other ways to help support artists at events.
Segueing into that, speaking of artists, E asks, who's your dream guest to work with? Like no worries about money, venue, etc.
This is such a flex. I'm already working with all the dream guests I want to work with.
Come on,
I'm sorry.
Sky is the limit.
Yeah,
but like...
sky is the limit. No, sorry. Next year, I am helping Zenbuki Miloseda and their sister group Kakuro Terror tour America, and I'm very happy for that opportunity. The second I dropped off Meikai and Setsuna at the airport, I messaged your manager, like, hey, been a big fan for years. I just helped with this Taiwan tour. Can I help you guys tour? So working with Zenbuki Miloseda is a decade-long dream for me. Another dream group, Elephant Gym, a math rock band from Taiwan. In 2024, they said if I started a company, I can help them with their tour in 2027.
Ooh.
That's what happened. In 2024, they said, hey, if you start an LLC, you can be our tour driver. So I started my company in 25, and then I've just been waiting for their next album release for 2 years, and then I'll head first into the idol community and just been taking cases here ever since.
Oh my God, Tom. All right. One of the heads of USIF, Tom Strike here, asks. Oh no, he's not even asking, but damn, first time chat. That's crazy. Self-sustainability for an event while being fair and preferably generous to the performer. It's a challenge to be sure, and it's a goal I feel most event runners are striving for in this community. Yeah, I'd say so, right?
No, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Interesting. But I do want to brush on this. With Fortune Ferret, were there any other, I guess, events you were inspired by?
So we'll see them on the carousel here, actually. But I started Fortune Ferret because of 2 events, Next Music from Tokyo and Taiwanese Waves. So Taiwanese Waves is a music festival in New York Central Park. There's a music festival in New York for decades now, but this Taiwanese person every year begged the city of New York, hey, give us a stage for Taiwanese people. Hey, give us a stage for Taiwanese people. Eventually it happened. She was able to make that work and bring 4 or 5 Taiwanese performers over to New York every year. So I was inspired by that, and I wanted to follow that footsteps. Also with Next Music from Tokyo, it's kind of similar to me, where it's a Japanese person who loves Japanese music living in Canada, and he's funding Japanese artists to go tour Canada as well. And I think that's super admirable to put those events on. So I wanted to follow their footsteps. I bring these 2 on because they really inspire me to help bring over the people I support. The Taiwanese Waves event is happening in New York in August. So if anyone's free in New York, please check them out. Next Music from Tokyo goes to Toronto and Vancouver. So any non-sweet fans in the chat who wants to check out some punk shows, definitely go check them out.
Zoyo, oh my God, asks, will be open to bringing J-alt idols? Maybe I would assume J-alt idols to the US, but would you be open to bringing J-alt idols from Japan to Taiwan as well?
Yeah, absolutely, to both. I think the main thing is I'm trying to fill a niche because right now there's no pipeline for Taiwanese artists to come to America. I feel like surely there's so many um, agencies to help Japanese artists come to America and even Taiwan that are more established than me. If any Japanese artist trusts me and wants to work with me, I'd be more than happy to. But yeah, it's not something I'm actively expanding into, but also not something I'm rejecting.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, Jared, we got time. You want to take
Mm-hmm.
more questions from chat?
Sure.
So, open line here. If you want to ask Jared almost anything, be my guest. Because we.
So
Yeah.
for B's question, I am a software engineer. I'm able to on a little bit of stuff, but also that's not. Oh my God.
A lot of software engineers in this community that have a lot of money.
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, isn't there a meme where it's like the only furries are like nuclear physicists because you have to be like, an NASA engineer to sustain that?
Yeah, to
Mhm.
buy those first. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Cause oh man, it's pricey. But like, at least you're
Mm.
putting that money to good use, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tom says, no question here, but next music from Tokyo. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Da, 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 da. What a wonderful inspiration. Fortune Ferret definitely does a great job with this. And Jared, you should be very proud of the work you've accomplished so far. Yeah. Ooh,
Thank you, Tom.
MVP of the chat.
You know how much I appreciate you. Thank you, Tom.
Sea Lion asks, do you ever run into misunderstandings or misaligned expectations business-wise or money-wise in organizing events with foreign artists?
Ooh. Let's see what tea I can share here. Oh yeah, I think misunderstandings, misaligned expectations, certainly. I think actually I have a perfect example. So for one thing, white checky or like phone pictures, aren't really as established in Taiwan, in America. So I keep trying to push for that. Or also badges being random. Like I get why they want random badges to protect their customers in Asia, but yeah, there's a lot of practices where I'll be like, hey, this is kind of the way we do things in America. Some of them are open to the ideas, some of them won't really change. Yeah, reversely, if they ideas they have from Taiwan, some of them will work here, some of them just aren't logistically possible. So yeah, certainly some misunderstandings there for sure.
I mean, like, hopefully the nomination system works, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. B asks, what would you say is the biggest difference in working with, I assume Taiwanese idols, not Thai idols, but versus J idols, aside from what you mentioned, like lights and stuff?
Yeah, I think I have a very different. Okay, to clarify, so the two Japanese idols I'm working with now is GMA and Zenbuki Miloseta. Or GMA specifically, our communications are handled through Magic Idol Project, who is the management of DORAIRES. So this is a lots of what's the phrase? Lots of cooks in the kitchen where Ferret is bringing DORAIRES to America. In order to boost their sales, Magic Idol Project is inviting GMA to tour with DORAIRES. So I don't have any direct contact with GMA, so I wouldn't be able to talk much about there. For Zenbuki Miloseta, their boss Imamura, he's very nice, super personable, but also I guess is a bit different from the standard experience because yeah, I think because Japanese idols are so established, they're a lot more strict with their communications with promoters.
I would assume so, because like it's very professional, or like not professional, but like you get what I mean.
Yeah.
What else to talk about? Oh, might as well talk about other upcoming events outside of Plum Valley. What are some other events that?
I mean, I guess it's no secret. Well, so one thing that's really funny is Taiwan idols still stick to Facebook for some reason. And I feel like a lot of people didn't know that No Face No Reality is coming back to America. But No Face No Reality, along with another Southern Taiwan soloist, Ruka Banana, is coming to Taiwan in early October. And Hatsukoi Eternal is coming to North America specifically North America, not the United States. I wonder what that means. They're going to North America in late October. Mhm. And then next February is Zenbuki no Seida and Kakuyo Terror.
Like, yeah, because Taiwan really loves threads, right? That's the
Yeah. I think to clarify, event announcements like text posts. They like to do text posts on Facebook, but not like a picture on Instagram and then like a bunch of text there. Yeah, but like social media wise, yeah, definitely still Insta for sure.
Yeah, because I only heard about threads being super duper popular in Taiwan because of you, because
Yeah,
that's actually interesting.
Yeah, because I posted a Pond Ranger clip and it got like 6K likes, and then like overnight, all like Taiwan scene was like, oh wow, there's like kaigai idols in America. Like that actually helped convince Meikai Oceanus to come perform here.
Oh, Peter McMuffin says Facebook is big in Thailand too. Apparently, it's widely used. And yeah, I'd say in the Philippines, I tried to follow people on SNS, and the only thing they had was Facebook. So I'm like, I don't have Facebook. I have Instagram and Twitter though. Do you have that? And they're like, oh, Facebook. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Oh, I see the question about like alt idols. I mean, admittedly, the circles I'm into are more alt idols. I don't know if there's any like Royal Road groups in America yet. I guess like I don't even know if you would call like Yasoru family Royal Road, but
kind of, or like Kira Kira or like Cutesy.
Yeah,
I mean,
I guess more just like I mean I've only seen like mostly alt idol events. Yeah, I haven't seen many like upbeat idols, but I'm sure there's like scenes for both. Yeah.
Ooh, one question I do just popped up in my head. What is like one kaigai idol act that you want to bring over to Taiwan?
One kaigai idol act I want to bring over to Taiwan. I definitely want to bring Non-Sweet and Cherry Ife back again. I think. Oh, Alex Pinku. I want to bring my Kabiyoshi to Taiwan. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. On top of that, yeah, Kamiyoshi comes first, but it's after bringing so many Taiwanese idols to LA specifically, I think the LA World scene has embraced them more, especially with all the collaborations with Asahiru Make Cafe. So if I'm able to bring Moage or other groups from there to Taiwan, I think that would be amazing. I really hope that could happen.
Interesting. But yeah, I think that's all I have on my docket here. Well, we did talk about Plum Valley. We talked about the upcoming tours. We talked about your backstory, origins of Fortune Ferret. Oh, do you wanna show Heidi's?
Actually, yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, same brain. Yeah. Just to clarify, Fortune Ferret isn't putting on that event. That's all Aiden. Aiden's doing an amazing job. But I want to support Heidi and Ivy, Taiwanese and Taiwanese Americans. This is going to be an amazing show. If you're in the DMV area, please check it out. June 27th, in Maryland.
So
other fun teasers for us. So okay, I announced the Rares and Jime, No Face No Reality, Hazukoi Eternal. There are 2 more Taiwanese acts coming to America this year.
Ooh.
There are 2 more Taiwanese acts coming to America this year.
NDA
I think that, yeah, I think I can share that.
Interesting. But yeah, I guess like the last thing to do is the worst pep talk ever, I guess. So I guess you want to do I mean, like, I didn't do it with Ricky because like that's a professional. I think like we can do this because you are technically part of the kaigai scene, I guess. But yeah, might as well do the worst pep talk ever. So if you don't know what the worst pep talk ever, it's where I, Eggy Drago, give the guest for 1 minute the worst pep talk. And I don't know why people love this, but okay, here you go. All right, Jared. I want to say thank you for organizing, I guess, that pipeline to bring Taiwanese idols to the U.S. and I guess to other different places in North America in the future. Because like without that, I wouldn't have known about Setsuna. I wouldn't have known about Meikan Oceanus. So you are definitely, because like with kaigai idols cover songs that I don't even know about, or from groups I don't even know about, and then I get that that gateway into like looking them up and like listen to them. Bringing over Taiwanese idols, and like I'm like, I don't know them, but I will listen to them and look and watch them perform. I'm like, yeah, I'll be a fan. So I want to thank you for bringing them over, and hopefully I'll be able to go to future events held by Fortune Ferret. I do wish Fortune Ferret the best of luck with everything. I know it is a hassle handling everything and organizing a lot of things on your end, and I really do hope you get some people on board to help you out, because it's tough doing this as one person or whoever. But like, I assume like it's just you as the notable figurehead, right?
Yeah.
I see. But
yeah, I have a one business partner, but that's it. Yeah.
But hopefully you get some hands on board to help you out, because it is tough. And hopefully with everything in the future, it is a passion to be in the idol scene, but like, yeah, financially, hopefully everything will be good in the end, but that's about it.
Thank you. And yeah, really, it's messages like the one you just gave that keep me going. No, genuinely, like hearing the fact that people, and like, all right, I'm not gonna get political, but people not knowing about Taiwan and then knowing about Taiwan is the mission I want to bring. So I'm very happy that I am making a difference, no matter how small it is. I have heard a lot of people say they got into Taiwanese idols because of the tours I've done. So yeah, I'm very happy about that.
Oh yeah, no, face the reality. Without like you introducing me to, I guess, like with the tour announcement, but also bringing them on the show, I'm like, yeah. Without that, I wouldn't have known about them. So yeah, I appreciate that too. So a lot of gateways to Taiwanese idols if you do want to support them, or do you want to just go to the tours, just go to any Fortune Ferret like organized thing. But yeah, or just go to Taiwan and go to that scene as well if you had the money. But
yeah, of course. Yeah. If any Wodas want to visit Taiwan, my line's open. If you want any recommendations or advice, feel happy to chat up. Also, ask me about Taiwanese idols. Happy to share any idols you want.
Yeah, that's about it. If you want to follow Jared, there's his Instagram, which also links to Fortune Ferrets as well. Because yeah, that's tagged in the bio. So yeah, follow Jared, follow Fortune Ferret. Honestly, if you want to help out and contribute, or just support Fortune Ferret, just go to those events. Yeah, that's all I have.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Thanks everyone in the chat for watching live. I appreciate every single one of you, and if you're watching the VOD, you got to this point, thank you also. Yeah, I hope to bring on more events, and I hope you guys can attend them.
Yeah. Honestly, we just want more idols. I just want more idols here. I just want to go to more idol events. So the more the merrier. That's about it for me. We'll be back for IDOLEYEZ on the 12th and on the 14th as well. So 2 guests, technically. 1 guest and 1 group next week. So who will that group be? No one knows. But yeah, if you missed any part of this episode, the VOD will be up tomorrow on youtube.com/IDOLEYEZ101. I will post an announcement on IG and Twitter, and I'll probably tag Jared, and he'll post it on his story. So yeah, that'll be it for me. Jared, any parting words here?
Go check out Taiwanese idols. The Rarest is the first one coming soon. They have a new album coming out, so yeah, check out the Rarest music if you're interested.
Heck yeah. Yeah, we'll be going to our ending screen. Take care. Fresh here, be kind, rewind. And this is Eggy Drago signing off for IDOLEYEZ episode 91 with Jared of Fortune Ferret Productions. Bye, boy.